Retarded.
All
Oh,
right,
is
man.
nigger a cuss word?
We live, man. Episode 11. Y'all can get this podcast.
Yeah,
We got the full crew in here today, man.
for sure.
Must be a full moon.
Yeah, man. So how niggas been, man? Y'all niggas ain't been on the show a couple weeks.
I've been,
Man,
I've been getting slaved. Shit, I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
Nigga say he almost passed out at the job.
Nah, just we got some. I don't even know the right word to use. We just got some people that are mentally capable. No, they're not competent. I think that's a better word. They're not competent. If you
Right,
know,
right,
you know.
right,
Go mop the
So
floor and they get a broom type deal.
I'm just tired. I don't even think they can do that right.
right. I
It's rough
called
on
you.
'em.
When I called you earlier, he's like, "What you doing out of there? You ain't even."
Boy, I was spazzing, boy. I ain't gonna hold you, boy. They had me tight.
Yeah, nigga wasn't doing his job.
it's
What you doing
disappointing,
up?
bro. It's disappointing. People should be able
But
to do
yeah,
their job.
man. First topic of the day: the playoffs is set. Who y'all like? Do y'all know the playoff matchups yet?
Nah, gang. I only care about the
Alright.
Western Conference. So
You only care about the Western Conference?
yeah.
Okay, so look, before we get into the actual matchups, how do y'all feel about that play-in? Like, the play-in been a thing for like 2, 3 years now.
The playing's
I think
good.
it's cool.
It's good. It gives those, you know what I'm saying, 7, 8, 9 a real chance to.
Well, really, it's for the 9 and 10 because it used to be 7 and 8.
Well, you know what I'm saying, like,
Yeah,
but especially for this year because of how close the race has been, it really has
but
been
look,
like a
look though,
game
bro.
two
If you look
difference.
at the standings, 9 and 10 is so far from 8. To be honest, bro. So I feel like this year, like, it don't matter. You feel me?
Yeah.
It normally close, like how you saying. But like this year, like I think the Mavericks and the Kings was like 8 games, like it was like 8 games away from the AC, something like that.
Well, yeah, I'll say
Man,
that. Yeah, yeah, like
Yeah.
4, 5, 6,
Okay, so
they
look
close.
in the West, right? 9 and 10 is 8 games away from 8. So they like you know what I'm saying? Like this
It's
year
a
they
minute,
might not
yeah.
needed it. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
But they still get a chance to make the playoff. So we do know 3 through 6 is locked in. So how y'all feel about the Lakers and the Timberwolves?
Fresh legs at this point. The veteran presence can do something, but man, fresh legs is going to be a big impact at the end of the year.
It comes down to the bench. You know, it always comes down to the bench, man. So um,
Yeah. So y'all
The
like so
like
y'all saying y'all like
the
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves, the Lakers haven't had much of a bench. They pretty much catered the
Well,
majority
when
of
the
the time
playoffs
to
start, they only gonna play 7, 8 niggas though. It ain't really
and
no
I mean,
which
but
bench.
which makes it even
that's
worse.
been their Achilles heel too,
You're not playing
because
the bench.
when they made that deep playoff run, it was only rotating like 6 or 7 guys. When the Nuggets, when we swept them that first time, they didn't have a big rotation. Then the next year they really didn't have a rotation either, and that's been like that's gonna be that can hinder you because it might work the first, second, and third round, but when you get to the Western Conference Finals, your legs shot. You don't play the whole
Right.
season of basketball. They
Right.
already shot. You know.
Well, I ain't gonna
look,
lie,
all
boy.
I can
I
say,
wanted to stay away from them Warriors, boy. I'm so glad they lost.
So they
Your phone went out a little bit.
oh they didn't make it in.
Nah, they 7 now, so they got to play in the play in.
Yeah.
But if they would have won, we
Oh,
would have had to play them in the first round.
so who's the 1 and the 2
gotta,
seed?
Thunder and Rockets.
And
yeah,
so my Nuggets with the 4th seed.
third,
Yes. So
third.
y'all gonna have to
No, we
play.
thirsty.
Nah, they fourth. Nuggets fourth. I'm looking at it right now. Y'all gonna have to play the Clippers though.
Oh
Oh,
no, I
I'm cool
thought
with
you
that.
was asking about the one. Uh,
So
yeah.
obviously one
Hey, look at
one 1 and 7. Wait, I said it wrong. 1 and 8 and 2 and 7 not locked in yet because they still got to do the play in.
yeah.
Yeah, but boy, you said Nuggets at 4.
So
Yep.
they gotta play
You
the
said
Clippers.
Clippers at 5,
Yes.
Yeah.
boy, they got basketball this year. What with a healthy Kawhi, boy? You talking about beautiful shot making? Like Kawhi has a great shot, the same way
Oh
that
my god.
Jokic has a great shot.
Oh my god.
I can't wait to watch that.
I'm gonna tell you what
I
messed.
can't.
I'm gonna tell you what messed the Lakers up for that 2 seed though.
Ain't you a Kawhi guy?
Who?
Big cat.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
I mean, we could bet
why
a
you
friendly
why you like
30.
Kawhi, bro? That nigga
We
play
could bet
four
a
Right.
friendly
games a
30
He's
on
season,
the
that
bro.
series.
franchise killer. I don't care
Mhm.
what you're gonna say about the last 2 3 years of his career. Overall, for what he's done, for what he's capable of doing when he's healthy on the court, Kawhi Leonard
On the court.
is a dog.
On
Do
the
you want to?
court.
Do you
The
Sure,
want? Do
you
man
you
can say
want
the
can't
to?
stay
same
Do you
on
thing
the
want to?
about
court.
Anthony Davis. You can say the
Do
same thing
you
about anybody.
do
Shit.
you want to bet a friendly 30 on that series?
I'm actually not in the position to do anything like
Okay.
that.
I mean, I respect that. I respect that.
I wish I could, but
I mean, I wish
I'm
you
not
couldn't
gonna
because I
lie,
wouldn't
man.
want to take your
Hey,
money, bro.
hey, Bishop, I take that. Who you going for?
I'm a Nugget fan.
Oh fuck, man, man, I'm good.
I'm
My
not gonna
bad.
lie, man. I feel like Russ is
Anytime a nigga
capable of
say they not
losing
gonna
one
lie, they
game,
gonna
bro.
lie.
Hey, look.
Hey, look,
Hey,
Russ,
look.
Russ, listen, Russ is capable of losing one of them games, bro. I don't care. He gonna
You
lose
capable
one
of
of
losing
them
the
games.
four of them.
I
Nah,
honestly
Russ,
believe that
nah,
them not having a legit coach is gonna lose them like two of them.
dude. He only helped. Like Mike Malone is a defensive guy, even though I hate the fact that you know what I'm saying. He's not there. I love Mike Malone. Our offense is predicated to pick and roll and kickouts. That's what our offense is.
I
Put the
feel
ball
like
in
that's
Joker
that's
hand.
75% of the NBA at this point. 75,
You
80%
know,
of the
that's
NBA.
that's high low pick and roll kick out. Ain't
Man.
nobody running plays no more.
Like literally.
I think the Spurs might be the only team that still run plays because Pop don't play that mess.
Everybody else is, hey, send me a screen. If I'm open, I'm taking it. If I'm not, I'm gonna pass it. Then you try to take it or pass it back, or you know what, somebody might be rolling to the hole. Like you
Yeah.
can almost realistically, it looks like literally like playing 2K if you think about it.
The only team I don't want my Nuggets to play is the Timberwolves. We can't beat them for nothing.
Listen,
So I
listen,
kind of want the Lakers to win.
listen. I don't what to say. Ant, Hidden Valley Ranch, Tree Branch, Lakers info.
I'll say that too. I do agree with you there. Like if there's a team who doesn't have to really set up to get points where they can get a lot of fast break points, y'all would have a big problem versus like the Rockets, versus the Timberwolves, some versus the well, I can't say the Thunder because the Thunder are a good outlet passing team, but Shea kind of has to set up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then get his play going.
So let me
I
ask y'all
get
this:
that.
do y'all think that I was saying, my bad, I had muted right quick. I was saying the two games that messed us up from that 2 seed was them two losses to them Bulls, man.
Los Bulls.
That really did it because we owned the tiebreaker with the Rockets. So we would have won them 2 games, we'd have had 2 seed.
But does it matter though? It's honestly better in
No, it
LeBron's
don't matter.
favor. It's
It
better in
don't matter,
LeBron's favor
but
to be toward the middle.
yeah,
Uh,
I would have liked to be the 2 seed though, honestly.
He's old.
He it
What does
makes
that
more sense
mean?
to be 3, 4, 5, in my opinion, as LeBron for
Over
where he's
over
at.
two?
Yeah, because like you're gonna play number 7.
Yeah, I mean that would have been the Warriors. So
Depends on
yeah,
who.
I'm with you on
Exactly.
that.
Do you really want that? The Warriors gonna get all fast break points, and y'all don't
all right.
have no bench, so they're gonna run y'all ragged by the time you know what I'm saying. Game 3, Warriors in 6. By game 3, y'all gonna have no
So
legs if you ain't got nobody
do
on the
you think
bench.
getting that extra playoff series is a difference? Because they're gonna have to play the Warriors regardless.
Yeah, it is gonna make a difference because the fresher the legs.
Right.
Right.
That's
Well, look,
why SGA gonna have super fresh legs. He get that by super fresh legs. So
now
they're gonna
now
be
look.
real good.
Let me ask you this though. So let's just say for shits and giggles, Warriors go ahead and knock off the Grizzlies in the play in, and then they gotta face Houston. That's a lot of fast break on both sides.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. Either way,
I
it
don't
is.
know how I feel about that.
Well,
Do we?
if fast break knocks out fast break and still got to set up for the setup team, then you only got to go against one. But depending on if a fast break got to go versus setup team, you might knock that setup team out.
Yeah, well, this is true. But then my thing is, you gotta have at least. I guess it'd be maybe like well, I wouldn't put Dylan Brooks on no Steph Curry in no playoffs.
I'm
I
not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
I
It
I
kind of makes sense for a couple
look.
plays.
I
You want
promise
to
you, I
piss
was
up
thinking,
Steph off
and because it's just the effort and the hustle. Like he ain't gonna really be able to do much, but he kind of like Houston's Alvarado to a certain degree. Like he just annoying. Like you know what I'm saying. I feel like that's all that he can really do.
So you saying just to agitate him for real?
Yeah, piss
Yeah,
him off,
Not
man.
not no like he ain't gonna stop him from getting 30.
right.
He just
But
gonna
he gonna make it
agitate him a
tougher
little
for him.
bit.
Did Lance
Like
Stevenson stop LeBron?
I mean, think
No.
about it. Like right.
No, he didn't, but he surely did piss him off.
Uh, that kind of remind me of like that the bubble playoffs when they had Dwight and Jamel McGee. It was like they couldn't really stop Jokic, but they were slowing him down.
Yeah,
Like sometimes that's all it takes. Like okay,
that's the best you can do.
yeah, like okay, yeah, he gonna give you 20, but is he gonna be still full of energy after that first 20, or is he gonna be huffing and already like his Gatorade symbol flashing by 20?
I
Early.
think
Now this
I
is what
think that old age
man,
creeping up on what he
man,
36 now?
man.
There's
You talking about LeBron, right?
Oh, who
40.
we talking
Boy,
about? I thought we talking about Curry.
oh Steph. Yeah, I mean, look, man, they
No,
on their last legs anyway.
that's
All of
36.
them on their last legs. They all on last
So who?
legs.
So
What is
who?
the
Okay,
NBA
so
gonna look
that's.
like without them?
I was just about to ask that. Who the next face?
What you mean?
Ant
Who's the next
Ant
face? We
Man.
done already had this. No,
Ant
no.
Man.
And don't want to be the face. The next face has
That
already
don't mean it can't
the
happen though.
next the
It don't matter
next
about
face
one.
Uh,
of the NBA is John Morant, and he keeps doing stuff. That's why he keeps
He
getting in
could.
trouble.
really?
So
He
does
is
this?
the face of the
So you
league.
saying
It
I
would
ain't,
be
without? Okay,
Jason
so let's
Tatum, but he's not
I ain't,
cool
I ain't
enough.
gonna.
He
let's
ain't
take
cool
the
enough.
I'm gonna
BS
I
let
from
y'all
think
John
talk before
Morant.
I say something.
You said what?
I was gonna say something. I'm gonna let y'all talk. Then I'm gonna
I
say something.
honestly think I think Luca might be in the running for that just because
For
he
the face of the
with the
league?
prestige of the Lakers.
Hell no.
Because think about it. Just hear me out for a second, right? Let's say
Yeah.
LeBron, here for another year, right? Let's say they just
Hmm.
they able to get a chip this year, and even if LeBron, Luca will probably be MVP if they get a chip this year, right? So
Hmm.
then you got to ride that, and they already people already be going crazy for the quote unquote Luca magic. I think he has a strong case because of where he's at. I feel like if he was still in Dallas, I wouldn't even put him in the conversation for face. But because of LA, you
I
know,
mean, him being in LA definitely puts more stardom to him. Definitely.
right.
I
Well,
don't know
yeah,
about
he's
the
in a
face
bigger
of the
market.
league though.
I'm
I don't know about the face of the league just yet though.
Not yet, no.
well. I'm saying
So
though,
let
like
me ask you
if
this:
they win it,
do we
if they,
can a non-American even be the face of a league? Like, is that possible?
I mean, they
You wouldn't want it
uh,
to be that way, but it is possible if you don't have no option.
right.
So you
You can.
saying without okay? Let's do hypotheticals. If Ja stopped the bullshit, he could be the face of the league
Yes. Was Jeremy Lin not one of the most hyped individuals in
for
basketball?
10 games,
Was Yao
nigga.
Ming was
Right.
Yao Ming not the
For
biggest
10
hype?
games, nigga.
Bro, 10 games, half a season, Yao Ming got the same treatment. Jeremy Lin is the face of the league.
Right.
Can I say something?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Cocaine is one hell of a drug.
It
I
is.
don't know. I don't know what, bro.
That
Like
nigga cat said Jeremy Lin. I'm like, you crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. It might just be me, and I don't want to be rude, but every time Big Cat take basketball, like we talk basketball, he has the worst basketball takes. Like I'm like,
Hey, that man
no,
trained under Skip Bayless.
no worse. He that light skinned dude that had the mustache that said Kobe and Jordan couldn't walk a mile in LeBron shoes.
Man.
Who said that?
That light skinned dude.
And he said that Big Cat
He
still
made them.
think Hart can beat Michael Jordan. That's crazy.
I
You
ain't
said
gonna
who
hold you.
can?
Like
LeVar Ball.
Nah, I don't believe that.
All right, okay. He ain't lost his. He ain't lost his old man. All right, cool.
All right, so what you had to say though, Bishop?
Uh,
um, I think Ant is the face. Uh, but this is the thing we got to remember about this, right? The NBA is in a situation because we live in a YN era, and the NBA don't want a YN
man,
representing their brand. But that's
this is true.
all. Like the two best options are Ant and John Morant.
Well, they gonna go.
Um, I
They'll go
would
to the third
actually go
option
as
because think
far to
about it.
say, I would actually go as far to say, I would not be surprised if Shy Gilchrist is not the face. A very talented kid, awesome, never in trouble. He does it all for his team. He
I
got
think.
he
I think
you know
that'll
what I'm
be it.
saying? So I
His
think that
market's
would
too
be a
And the
more
small.
thing is,
appropriate.
don't forget, Ant just had those. He's been in the news lately for
Yeah,
things that
man,
are
listen.
real
And
Adam Silver
ain't gonna be
with.
the face of nothing but for niggas
Uh,
how to get out child support. That's it.
Bro.
and look, and one thing about the NBA, they definitely don't want no face to come with nothing extra. So,
Yes,
Face of
sir.
the face of the motherfucking courtroom.
uh,
Like it's like one NBA player a year
Young Black Kings.
that goes
hey,
out
somebody
bad.
said Ant
PJ
watch Paid
Washington with Brittany Griner and
Oh, did I
whatever her
cuss
name is.
somebody? Somebody say Young Black Kings. I cussed some.
You did, man.
Oh, my bad, my bad. But go ahead, my fault, my fault.
Mm.
get it together.
So I was saying that y'all ready? I was
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
saying okay, so basically I was saying like, I think Gilchrist, Shot Gilchrist would be an appropriate face for the league. When you look at like, come on, man, it's like some black NBA player got something going on every year. Like a couple years ago, we had the Brittany whatever Rainer situation with PJ. Then we had
The Mikael
Zion
Bridges.
last year with the make a body porn star Mariah Mills. Now
And
we
her
got
body
Ant.
looks nasty, by the way.
It's disgusting.
It is, and then we got John Morant still throwing up gun signs.
Grenades.
Um,
He got all new ones now. That man
yeah.
got a
Then we
Call of
got,
Duty.
now we got Ant paying 18 years of child support at one time and signing over his rights. Like, man, this era we live in is just
But you can't
different.
control that, bro. It's like you can't judge a man for
No, no,
telling
no.
a
I'm
woman,
not
I don't
judging.
want that
I
baby,
stand.
and
No,
this is how I want to deal
hold
with
up.
it.
Don't. I don't want you putting out that narrative because I stand with Ant. I
Right. So I'm
stand
just
with
saying, like,
Ant.
people can't use that when it comes to whether he's the
No, no.
face
See,
or
that's where
not.
you're wrong. See, that's where you're wrong. People can say and do whatever they want to do. That's what they always do. They gonna
Well,
say and do whatever they want to do. They will take a little bit of something, add to it, and make it whatever they want to make it. No, I don't feel like the man's wrong. You know what? I think people need. I think that's a good situation for black man to reach out to him and say, "Yo, that should be our rallying cry. We need rights. We need support too. If it's their body, their choice. It's our sperm. It's our choice. If we don't want a kid, we shouldn't be forced to take care of a kid that we did not want. If they don't want a kid, they can legally abort it." So if
Right.
we don't want a kid, we shouldn't. I stand firm on that belief. You better listen. I'm
the
ignorant. I'm gonna
real
tell
shooters
somebody
shoot,
quick, bro.
Bishop.
I've told yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. I was shooting. I knew I
Real
was
shooter
shooting, and
shoot
I
is
told them
crazy.
straight up, I don't want no kid. So you need to give us some birth control. If not, you're gonna be a single mother.
Damn.
I'm just real
Okay,
like
so
that.
what about the other part? Like, why not be a responsible young man?
Man, listen, man. When
Come
Jim Bean
on,
start
man.
rising, when Jim Bean start rising, and she start taking that shot, ain't nothing you can do about it, gang. It's a little country
Yeah.
slander. You'll catch it later.
But also,
So
it be about the money, bro. You know what it is when a woman comes up to Anthony Edwards. It's like, I know that this is a cash grab. It's like, I don't want to be involved with you forever. And women just find a reason, like, I'm gonna take this L and have this baby because I know I'm gonna have a grasp over this bank account for this long, bro. That's a real thing in this time. It is what it is. But honestly, like you said, none of them can be the face unless they win. The real face of the NBA should be Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, but Jason Tatum ain't cool enough.
I
So
agree.
until somebody else wins, they'll be the face. The
So
the
what makes
contender
him not
faces.
cool? Like what?
It's just
Like
it just doesn't it
it's
doesn't
not authentic.
it does yes it doesn't
Yeah.
seem genuine. It doesn't seem like he's like an AI basketball player of all of the nostalgic NBA moments. It's like he can play great basketball, but like the personality parts, we don't get that. It's just like you just run up the court and drop 40 and 50 on people's heads, and then you go sit on the bench. And then we just see you with your pretty girl and then whatever. But it's never no like, you know what I'm saying? No interpersonal connection. It doesn't seem that way.
Right.
Compared to how it is with like a Jabba Rant, an ant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is why after the Lakers lose LeBron, it's gonna be difficult to figure out who the real face is because somebody else is gonna have to win, and that winner is gonna have to be the face, or
Okay.
there ain't gonna be no face.
Okay. Let me ask you. Let me interject real quick. What is your each one of y'all criteria personally for the face of the NBA? Like what
I
are
could
the
start.
bare
I could
minimum?
start. Personally, I always we had this conversation. Availability, that's one. Not being in nothing, and just what you do on and off the court. When I say on the court, like it's cool to like. I don't. How could I say this? I don't care about the cussing like after I make a shot like in your face, mother. But I'm talking about like just the continuous like making mistakes type of thing. So that's my criteria. I would say to be the face of the league, definitely
Professional,
availability is definitely one. You can't. I feel like that's what held Kawhi back because he just can't stay healthy.
right, right.
Or
I agree
And
with
oh
that.
yeah, so
I agree.
that's another thing. Dialogue too. Like the nigga, yeah, Kawhi just a plain Jane. He's like Tim Duncan,
Kawhi was
Jason
still the
Tatum.
face of the league, and was still gonna be the face of the league.
He got some swag. He gotta have some swag to him. Yeah, so those are my like those would be like my three. And I would say like even the ant situation, LeBron ain't never like really had his name in no
nah, he
other
never.
other
Anything.
girlfriend stuff. So that too, like being I guess being faithful to one woman, married, I guess.
I
That's the
guess them.
same thing
I
as
guess them
NFL too.
NDAs is airtight.
The NFL uses that for their quarterbacks, where it's like, okay, we're gonna sign this quarterback to a big contract who has the new wife, the new. That's a thing. That is a thing.
So okay, who do y'all think currently
Hmm.
playing? Like currently has the closest. Uh, now I don't mean on the court.
I don't even know what we talking about.
Oh, it's still about the face, but
Hello?
yo,
Bishop, can you not hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, what
Oh,
happened?
what happened? Keynote,
yo,
you can
All
hear
right,
us?
yeah, what happened?
I don't know.
But go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
But
Ask
yeah,
us,
no,
bro.
I was gonna say outside of like um, what they actually do per game, who would you say has the closest, off court and off court background to LeBron? If we're still saying because he technically he still is the face of the league technically to a certain degree.
I mean, it would be Tatum or Brown. They doing what they supposed to do. They married all that,
They're
but they
winning.
just don't have no swag.
Yeah,
It's like
they're,
there's nothing that really
well,
draws.
Jalen Brown
Yeah, like
does.
it's nothing.
Jalen Brown does, but he's like a Kanye. They don't want that. They are absolutely rejecting that. He's like a Kanye. He'll go off the Richter and say some Kyrie Irving because Kyrie could have been the face. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
it's
My
really
homeboy just said Kyrie. I think what messed up Kyrie is he was too like
like
vocal.
Yeah,
it
what
was
messed up Kyrie is the world
it's
is flat.
Semitic stuff. That
Yeah,
The
took it
world
the
is
out right
flat.
there.
the
Messed up
whole like
Kyrie.
greater power thing.
Yeah, but I do appreciate him for that. So
Right.
I don't care. Whatever.
And availability. Kyrie was hurt.
This is true.
Mm.
Kyrie was hurt for at least 2 seasons, and he just got hurt again. So
Let me ask y'all this, just because I've been a LeBron fan for a while and he ain't there no more. But considering where Cleveland is right now with Donovan Mitchell, could he possibly make a case for a face?
If he
Not
wins,
not
he'd
no,
have
but
to
heck
win.
no.
He'd have to win.
I'm not gonna lie. As a kid, or I don't want to be like Donovan Mitchell. I don't see
Dude,
it.
you do not have to win to
Like
be
I
the
don't see it.
hold
Like
up. Time out, time out. You do not have to win to be the face of the NBA, bro.
so, you telling me the AFC
LeBron
could
was the
be?
face of the NBA before he went to Miami.
Yeah, but that's
But they
because
was
LeBron
winning. They was winning
individually
though,
is still
bro.
They
putting up
didn't win
30.
anything.
But
Well,
him
No,
individually,
no, he didn't win no rings or nothing. But he definitely turned the
I think it was
organization
the I
around.
think it was his impact as a whole.
his
Even though they
impact
didn't
is
win,
is different than like, come on, bro.
right?
He's been an all-star every single year of his career.
Because think about it. Think about the year the Nuggets. What was that? Last year or year before last, or whatever. That the Nuggets won the chip. Who on that team would you have picked if it was about winning rings? Who on that Nuggets team would you say? Okay, this is clearly the face of the league. I'm not saying
Jokic.
It would be
like
Jokic or
It would
Jokic.
be
Murray.
Jokic.
Jokic, and they're
Or
avoiding
Murray.
it.
Why would you go with Jokic just because he's
They're
arguably the
of
best? Well, basically the best player on the team.
they're
Like
avoiding
I ain't gonna
making.
lie to you. He might be the bit one of he top three
He
best
should
big man to
be.
ever play the game.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And
100%.
he averaged a triple double this year
A
too.
hundred
He's
percent. He is a hundred
he's
percent.
uncoordinated and out there doing stuff we never seen a big guy do.
well, he looked like
Uh,
a janitor that's putting up buckets.
That's a
bro,
fact.
a
He's
hundred
like he's
percent.
like he's like
Top
the better
three.
rap version of Joe.
Hey, that man said, you know what? Nobody open. I take three. Oh, I make three.
Mhm.
Side
I
of
make
court.
three.
Like that.
I shoot, we go up and down the court, we run.
Hey, like Jokic, you just won a championship. What you gonna do?
I'm ready to
Go
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 home.
home. Yeah, I'm
home, read a
done.
book, maybe.
But the parade, he's like, when is the parade? Oh God. That
Right.
man was ready to get it. I'm like, I ain't never seen nobody grumpy after they won.
Remember when the Cavs won? J.R. Smith was on every camera. Even like
They
that's
go
a
That's
dumb.
America though, bro. It's a different mindset everywhere else. That
this
they're
is
trying to
right.
avoid making a foreign player the face. I think they've
Oh,
always tried to do that because at a certain point you could say if Wemby stays healthy, he could be the face. If Jokic stays healthy,
yeah.
he could be the face. If Luca stays in LA, he could be the face. But they're trying to purposely avoid that
I tell you,
because if a
somebody.
if
But these
if a
YNs
if a,
can't get it
if,
together, man.
Hey,
if a
look.
foreign player becomes the
I
face of the NBA will be over because
ain't gonna
most of the
hold you.
talent is in the inner city. So we're not doing that. That's
I,
like making like right now, like I don't know, Archie Manning's son. What's Manning? Like putting like Manning or something like that over like the ability of like Travis Hunter on like a draft board or something like that. Like we're just not doing that. I'm sorry, no disrespect, but I'm not doing that. I'm
So
sorry.
Akeem Olajuwon went in the face for 2 years when Jordan left.
That's fine.
He's foreign. He's African.
Well, I mean that I get what you're saying, but like African kind of is like I don't
They do
know.
not
That's a
count.
I get what you're saying, but you know what I'm saying. Unless he was like full like Matumbo, that's the difference.
So you
Because
feel?
was
Do y'all
Matumbo?
feel like a white man could be the face of the league? I don't think so.
I don't. That's what
Yep.
I'm saying.
Who?
mm,
What white man? Who? Name.
Who?
Who?
right.
Joker.
He's not
He's
white,
He's a
bro.
Ain't he like
foreign. He's
Serbian or
not
He's from
white.
Serbia,
He's
bro.
white.
He's not German. He's
he's
not
fair
Look,
skinned?
Europa. He's
I'm gonna
not
tell you something, bro. I'm
Britannia.
gonna tell you something, bro. I'm from the country, right? I'm from the
Right.
country.
Hey, he said
Every
his brand.
Chinese person is a Japanese or whatever the hell we want to call them. All Latino people are Mexicans. Everybody that look like what, like they white, they white.
Hey, you fair
Hey
skinned?
man, Russians are not British people. Are not
They don't
Dutch
gotta
people.
be.
Hey, look, from when you down south with it, you getting too
I
specific
get
about
I get
Russians,
it though.
Britons. Nah, they the same tone.
It's everybody. That's crazy.
Not to harp on that like one topic too long. Who y'all got coming out the West? Just to stay on topic.
The Nuggets.
So I say three teams. Three teams.
Okay, my three or your three?
Anybody three. Everybody three.
I only got one team.
I'm not sold on the Rockets or OKC. That's just me. So
I'm sold on OKC.
I'm gonna go with Lakers, Denver, and Warriors.
I'm going with the Nuggets.
McDonald's
Okay.
nuggets, Wendy's nuggets, Chick-fil-A nuggets, Lakers in five.
I'm gonna go OKC. I'm
I don't
gonna
like them.
go
I don't like them. They
Warriors.
didn't even make the Western Conference last year. I don't
I'm gonna
like
go OKC. I'm gonna go Warriors, and I'm gonna go Nuggets.
who.
And I ain't gonna hold you. Lakers,
Shay?
I hate to say it,
My
OKC.
homeboy said Shea could be the face of the league. I think
That's
somebody
what we're
said that too.
saying. But all he
You
has
know
to
what?
do
I
is
could go
win.
with that, but they have to do
He
more.
has to win.
Yeah,
Yeah, he got to
I
win
feel
something.
He
like
has
I
to
feel
win
like for
first.
Shea, because of how because of
Let
OKC
me
where
ask you
they're
this:
at right now.
does the city
They,
he in matter too? That's not a
Yes, it's
win.
the
yes,
That's not
smallest
a
definitely.
winning
market.
city. That's not a
Because
It's
look,
winning
got a
city.
small
think about it like
market.
this: if Shea was in LA, we would need him to
Yeah,
win a ring to for more consideration for face of the league. I feel like.
But
right.
but for the history that OKC does have, if Shea is the first person to bring a ring to that city, boy,
I don't think it's gonna
boy.
happen, bro. I feel like
I'm
they
just saying,
bet.
but
I
if he
feel like they
did,
better.
if
I
he
feel like the
did,
Kevin Durant era was better
but
than
if
what they
he
got
did,
now.
then they prove the point. If he brings a chip home now, it proves a point that we're better than the Kevin Durant era because
If you
we
like
brought the ring back.
OKC, who got the best chance of knocking them out? I think Warriors did it last year, right? Or the Lakers did it. Was one of them two.
I think, honestly,
Do you think that first game of that back to back was a fluke or that was just some shit like that was real?
Is not a fluke because they have
Cause
different
the Lakers beat
scorers
them by
every night.
20. Lakers
Well, I
beat
mean,
them by 20. It
look,
was like
man,
26 actually.
right?
opening night is like whatever.
No, that just happened. That was like a week ago, nigga.
Yeah, and then
They
they
played a
lost
back to back.
because
Yeah.
Luka got ejected. So
Oh, you said the Luca game when he got ejected.
yeah,
But
that
Oh,
was the
the
second.
game
That was the second
before
game.
that was the back to back. The game before that, they won by 28,
Yeah.
27, something like that.
well, I mean, I feel like purposely a lot of things are like about seeding, so it's like we don't need to win both of these games.
Right.
Okay, so realistically, the the possibilities for OKC in the first round some falls between what Warriors, Grizzlies, Mavs, and Kings.
Yes.
So who out of that four are most likely to get there? Well, let's start off with this before we even say who can get there. Who out of those four teams are more likely to beat OKC in a 7 game series?
Grizzlies and Warriors,
Warriors and Grizzlies. Yep.
fast break team, any fast break team, because Chet got big feet, he got to move,
I don't
and
like the
if Shea
Mavericks
got,
without Kyrie at all.
yeah, I
So
don't
that
like
Yeah,
it.
ain't
I don't
true.
nothing.
like it.
Klay
Anthony
Thompson
Davis is
nowhere
okay.
near enough.
Oh, fuck
Or,
Clay.
Anthony
Fuck
Davis
thank
Clay.
you,
Who
thank
okay.
said
you.
Clay? Fuck Clay.
Hold on, what?
Fuck
Hey,
Clay.
Come on,
I'm
listen,
bro.
not
Clay is a
without Kyrie. I'm
legend.
good.
Clay's a legend, but yeah, without Kyrie, I don't think nobody has a chance for him.
the
Did you just call
Warriors
Clay
play.
Thompson a legend?
The
Clay Thompson is a
Warriors
legend.
play.
Yes, the
Is
No, he's
Splash
not a
Bro-
legend.
the Splash Brothers is a legendary
No,
entity.
no, no,
Yes,
no,
it
no. We're
is.
not talking about Splash Brothers. That's two people.
They're-
Clay Thompson is not a legend.
No, 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 no. The
hey,
the Splash Brothers is a legendary
No,
entity,
no, no,
and
no, no,
he is
no, no,
one
no, no,
of
no,
them.
no.
He
They
is
had
the
the
other
Splash.
brother.
They're not. Listen,
they ain't even
they.
related.
You're talking. You're trying to give somebody legendary status off a duo,
Right? Yeah, I couldn't.
not in their own right. When we say Kobe and Shaq, Kobe is a legend. Shaq is a legend. When we talk about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Byron
LeBron
Scott, those are
James.
legends. We talk about Sam Cassell and Kennedy Jet Smith and Akeem Olajuwon, Charles Barkley. Those guys are legends in their own right.
I
Klay
completely
Thompson ain't
agree
the
with you.
legend.
When you
Without
say Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, those are legends. And just because Matt Hardy's not Jeff Hardy, that doesn't take away that Matt
Matt
isn't a
Hardy, no, no,
legend.
no, 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 no. If we were saying legendary tag teams,
Right?
they would be legends. We're talking
Absolutely.
individual.
Yeah, no, because
You try
facts.
to spin that.
Right.
And
Well,
this, I mean,
I said
think
the
about it.
Splash Brothers.
Even with Matt and Jeff Hardy, when you say either of their names, your first thought is the tag team titles. Your
That's a
first
fact.
thought is the everything that they did together. You're not like, oh, Matt Hardy. Oh yeah, you remember that one time he did 1-on-1 with such and such, and one, no, you're not thinking about that. You think
That's just
about stuff
like
that
that's
they
why I
beat.
don't watch wrestling because how they try to put the Usos over. Just like bro, the Dudley Boys are the most decorated tag team
Hey,
who ever
all
graced the
time,
ring.
all time.
Okay,
Nobody's
but
messing with them. They
okay,
put Mae Young through a
but
tape.
the
Hey,
Dudleys,
yo,
the Dudleys
they
have
did do that.
had a 30-point third quarter. They have. So that's 100%. They have.
I mean,
Yeah, so
30% third quarter is legit. We're not taking that away from anybody. Like you can't take like you know what I'm saying, like Russell Westbrook, whatever. But you can't take away his season. You can never take away what he did. That's why when everybody does it now, it's like, wow, this is really crazy. You
Okay,
can't
well,
take away what he did.
Hold on. Stay right there. His
no, you
season.
can't. But
Hold, hold,
look at the
hold
body
on
of
one minute.
work after the duo.
I want to go somewhere. Real quick. That year, he had all that. Him and PG. This is what a lot of people don't understand about basketball, right? It is a lot of great players that play basketball, but some players they have certain roles that they have to play within the system or the team that they're on.
Mm-hmm.
Russell Westbrook went from being a sidekick to that guy, and he was better at being that guy than being a sidekick. Once he left there and got put in a role where he wasn't that guy, he started going all over the place
You can't turn
because
Robin
he's not used to that.
and then
Nigga been on more teams in a. We've been on about 6 teams
Exactly.
in the last
hey, look. It's
5
like
years. And
you,
Yeah.
shit.
you you
It's
can't
not good.
you can't turn Robin into Nightwing and then tell him to go help Batman again.
That's a
Like
fact.
What are you talking about? You can't.
you can't.
Because in the
All right.
beginning, Russell
In the
Westbrook was a
beginning was the
part
end,
of
and in
the
the end it was
Avengers.
God.
In the
So
beginning,
can I get a solid answer before we move to the East?
come on, man.
Lakers.
Warriors definitely got a good chance, but you don't want to act like the Nuggets not gonna do it, and you don't want to act like the Timberwolves not gonna do it.
I'm
I'm
going with the
not.
Lakers.
The worst
I'm
two
not.
matchups for the Nuggets is the Warriors and the Timberwolves.
Now
And
y'all
the Grizzlies.
right. Now y'all see that the basically all the basically starting five for the Lakers all had some type of injury kept them out of from playing tonight, right? But the playoffs start real
No,
soon.
we know
Do
they
you?
resting. They
But do
just
you
clinched the
think?
Yeah.
Yeah,
third
about to say.
seed.
But do you
Hey,
It's no
think
look,
point
that
of
they're
playing.
actually hurt?
I don't. Hey,
Come on,
them,
bro.
yeah.
That's
Healthy
why I don't think
Lakers.
the Rockets didn't play for real when we played the Rockets.
Yeah, let them
Healthy.
sit. They
Okay,
already
Okay.
so look,
clinched. Let
we
them
got the
sit.
Eastern Conference as it stands right now. If nothing changes, we got the Cavs and the Hawks, Celtics and Magics, Knicks and Bucks. No, Knicks and Pistons. I'm
Sixers.
sorry.
Yeah. Detroit.
Uh,
No, that's Indiana.
Pace.
Girl, you tripping? Oh
No,
no,
no.
my
Knicks
bad. You
got
right.
the
You right.
third seed. Yeah.
Knicks and Pistons.
Pacers and Bucks. Who y'all
Milwaukee.
like out of the West? I'm still going with
Out the
Boston.
East.
I'm going. I'm sorry. Yeah, the East. I'm
Yeah.
still going with
Mm,
Boston until they lose.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm probably riding that Boston train with you, and I'm not playing
um.
Tatum. I ain't gonna.
Yeah, full team. It's
I
gonna
know
be
you like the.
difficult.
I
Yeah.
know you like the Pistons. Big Cat. Do you think they getting out the first round?
No, the this is the Pistons' year to gain playoff experience as this unit. So they're not gonna make it super far. They might make it to the second round if they like really push right here, but I don't think that they have like real veteran understanding of what the playoffs is. They will next year though.
I ain't gonna hold you because I feel like what they do this year will be. I honestly don't see them getting past the Knicks, just personally. But that experience, I think, will get them at least to the second round, maybe the third round next year.
I think that this is already a winning season for them.
Hell
Like
yeah! Because when the
if
last time
their
you see
season was to
Detroit,
end tomorrow, they had a winning season.
this is true.
Well, the regular season over, so
Well, I'm just
they
saying
six
nobody
games
expected them
above
to
five
be into
hundred.
the playoffs. When's the
Like
last time the Pistons been
They
in the
got good
playoffs?
pieces though. I think people forget that they signed Tobias Harris. They got Malik Beasley. They got Chad Cunningham. They got some pieces,
I'm just
bro.
saying, but when's
right.
the
Not to
last time
win
they've
nothing,
been
but
there?
Right.
They
When's the
haven't
last
even been
time they
in the
sniffed the
oh
conversation.
playoffs?
yeah, it's been a
They
minute.
haven't been in the
Hey,
conversation since Chauncey Billups and that team.
I think Martin Luther King Jr. was at their last playoff game.
Man,
And they took the Bucks
nah.
to overtime. They lost though, but they took the
Martin Luther
Bucks to
King at the
overtime.
Palace is crazy.
So we all agree on Boston.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't see anybody else who has that real
I
presence. Now, I will say
I won't.
Boston and Cleveland.
I was just gonna bring up Cleveland. I swear.
We're not cutting
But
Cleveland out because Mitchell does have playoff experience.
this is true.
So he does know what it's like. And he's already led his team to what it is right now.
With a first seed without
Yeah,
any.
That don't
they
mean nothing. He went to the playoff with Utah.
This is true.
He just don't have. You
I
know
don't
how
think
you have.
what
You
they
know
say
how
to get
like
over that
every
hump.
generation they have that one player that is a leader, he's a great player in every right, right? But
but he
he
just
doesn't
can't
win a
get it
ring
done.
into the latter
Yeah,
of his
like
career.
yeah.
That's Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell, bro.
But Donovan Mitchell has had the best situation. What do you mean? He number one. He has a great number two in Darius Garland, and he
They
has.
blew a 3-1 lead against the Nuggets, dude.
I ain't gonna hold
uh,
you. He kind of reminds me of Paul George back when they was calling him George Paul. How he turned off in the playoffs.
A
Oh, you
lot,
talking
a
about
lot
playoff
other
P?
people do it. A lot of
The-
people do it. Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Yeah, I just
100%.
don't.
He either hurt or can't shoot.
Cleveland giving me OKC vibes, man. They good in the regular season. They ain't gonna do much in the
I
playoffs.
feel like Cleveland and OKC are where they're at because they have some of the better defense and they have better scoring conversion. When they get the ball, they put the ball in the hoop, but they play better defense.
And I think
Jared
I
Allen
feel
in the
like
post
Jared
and
Allen
Chet
is
Holmgren
legit.
in the post,
I
they're
feel like
legit.
I
That's
feel like
legit.
Boston. Even with Boston, like we know Boston good, but I kind of feel like they still had a quiet season, but they still was only 3 games behind the first seed, bro.
Boston
I'm
has a
I'm gonna
quiet
say a
season
team
because
name.
nobody on that team has personality.
I'm gonna
That-
say a
Yeah,
team.
If somebody got
because they
ejected,
won
they've had
61
personality.
games, bro, and that was a quiet 61 games, bro.
right.
I'm
I'm gonna
not gonna
say a
hold you.
team's name, and y'all can crucify me if y'all want to. I told Domo this shit last year. Listen, bro. If I gotta pick anybody to come out of the East, I'm picking the Pacers.
What? Uh,
That nigga said what?
Listen, the Pacers should, and this is
Indiana.
the guy. Hold on, listen, guys, on the truth. The Pacers should have been up on the Celtics last year 3-0. They blew 3 double-digit leads.
I feel like the Pacers be one of those teams you don't be expecting as much as they give you, but then when they give it to you, you
Fact.
be like, okay,
When
okay,
Tyrese Halliburton is hot, they just gotta play defense, bro. They don't play no defense.
this is true.
That's the point,
That's
and
the
that's why
problem. They
I'm
not you
Right,
saying
can't score
you can't.
140 every game. Like, come on,
right.
Oh,
man.
they running. Them young
They
boy.
they'll
Hey,
do it. They'll do it,
hey,
but
what Charles
you
Barkley
But
gotta
then
say?
they
make it.
also giving up 138.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. That's
So
the whole
Right.
difference of the West and the East. That's why everybody got a bunch of winning records. The East got a bunch of losing records for real.
What
Like
Okay.
it,
Charles Barkley say? What did Charles Barkley say? Them young boys, they coming.
but nah,
Them boys running.
that was a quiet 61 games. Pacers won 50 games. That's where the Lakers is at. So I'm not mad at it.
Look, let me ask y'all this real quick, man. I want
That was a
everybody.
quiet 50
Uh,
games too, though. My bad. I ain't mean
right.
to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh no, you good. I was gonna say, everybody pick a sleeper team that you're not expecting much of, but they do have a possible. They have a slim chance that they could be upset. Some
I just did. I picked the Pacers.
right,
Knicks
you
or
know. I'm
Pacers.
like,
Knicks or
you already
Pacers.
read my mind beforehand. You
Yeah.
jump.
nah,
Knicks or
Cleveland,
Pacers.
Cleveland.
You getting Cleveland a sleeper team,
Yeah, because
Wow, they
Cleveland's
the
not
number one
supposed to
seed.
win. They're not
right?
supposed to, but they don't have no real like veteran players. The only real veteran players who have playoff experience is Donovan Mitchell.
I mean, but think about the Nuggets. The Nuggets only when they won the one chip. Who did they have that was really playoff experience outside of Russ? Didn't they have Russ? If I'm not mistaken already.
No, they didn't have rest at
They
that
didn't have
time.
Russ. But then who did they have? Because KCP only because he was in the bubble with the Lakers. Who else?
Right, yeah, facts.
I
It
ain't gonna
just
hold you.
it
KCP was
depends,
like,
bro.
nah, he was lighting us up
When it's
sometimes.
your time, bro, it's your time, bro. You just but we all sold on Boston.
Yeah,
Pretty much until somebody
Okay.
beat them, they just don't have no personality.
right.
You know a
That was a
team that was a
quiet
big
61 games. I'm not
disappointment
gonna
to me
hold you.
this year?
Who?
The 76ers.
Oh, the injuries messed them up. We know how that go. And I feel
They
like
have some of the worst cap
even
space.
even with even with the whole like Embiid situation, I feel like they shut it down too late too. Like they shut it down, but I feel like it was too late.
Yep.
The problem I feel like is like the training staff, they have a weird way
Yeah,
of caring for you or not caring for you where it's like I am hurt, but we still
right.
need you to play. So when you go out
They
there
did
and
that to
really
Kevin
hurt
Durant.
yourself,
They did
Right.
yeah,
that to
you know what I'm
Kevin
saying?
Durant
You
in
go out there and
that
really hurt
Toronto
yourself and
finals.
it'll really mess your career up because now you're not playing the same. You don't walk the
What
same.
fuck your career? What about your psyche,
Well,
your
I
mindset?
mean,
That's part of the game too. I gotta be in the right mindset to want
that's
to put up 20.
one of the biggest parts of
Man,
the
listen,
game.
if y'all think them white people in that front office care about their family, what you got going on in your we paid you to play basketball. Put the ball in the hoop, boy. That's all we need you to do.
But
Put
that's
the
the
ball in
difference,
the hoop,
though.
boy, is
That's the
Why you
difference,
diabolical.
though,
say it like
because
like you a
LeBron
slave? Like
pays
what the
people's
fuck?
families.
Hey, he was
Le-
standing on somebody's porch when he said that.
He was picking him a nigga when he said that. Like,
You there, boy? Put that ball in that there hole.
I ain't gonna tell you twice.
Let-
Nah,
yeah.
Twy is fucked up. Because
so
I'm
look,
definitely
since
looking at the like.
y'all segment into the next topic with the slave shit, man. What's up with this the misperception about the black man, man?
Who was that nigga on that tag?
There ain't no misperception. I don't like that idea. Ain't no misperception. They
No,
know exactly
Nigga,
what
this
they're
was your
doing.
idea, nigga.
They
You
have
came up with
created.
this.
They have created a social economic system that holds the black person down due to the understanding that they have of what
What
we
we
are and we don't have
Let me
because
ask you the
we're
question though, bro.
going
What
oh,
through
what point
whatever.
what point in life do we forgive some shit that happened 300 years ago, man?
Forgive.
Yeah.
Why? Forgive for
I
what?
wasn't born when it
but
happened, nigga. I don't give a
But here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. But what's the difference? The there's no difference. The spirit that dwelled in the people them hundreds of years ago is the same spirits that dwell in the people who walk around right now. So if you're talking about like literally what we're literally rebirthed, reincarnated on this earth with the same type of energy, bro. They carry that same energy from that long ago. The only difference is they have to be cordial or be more cordial because to a certain degree we entertain them. So they allow that. So a lot of people have the grace of, hey, LeBron, be a overly billionaire because you entertain a lot of people. They know what's going on. It's a lot of governments and things that's not even supposed to be happening, things that we're a part of that should not be, bro. And we come on, bro. Ain't no misconception. It's the puzzle that they put us in. We're trying to find the maze,
Actually, it's
no, no,
not.
find
no,
the
no.
eggs in the
Hold on, can
ground.
I go? Can I go? Because
Go.
I actually excel at topics like this. I'm always in 27K space. I'm always in um excuse me, I was eating. I'm always in pro-black spaces, whether it's a FBA space or an Indigenous American space or just a general just talking black topics, right? And I'm always the one that makes everybody mad because niggas hate. Excuse my language. They hate the truth. Our biggest enemy ain't
I'm
Please
white
with you.
tell.
people. Our
No,
biggest enemy
our
is
biggest
us.
enemy is ourselves,
Talk,
nigga.
It's
talk.
us.
Yeah,
I knew
Economically,
where you was
hold
going.
up, listen, hold
I
up.
knew where you,
Economically, it's us.
sir.
More from a moral standpoint, it's us. From a house, from how we run our households, it's us.
Uh,
We have to stop pointing the blame and pointing fingers at people saying, "Well, we don't have this or we don't have that." I forgot how many black billionaires and millionaires there are, right? I haven't seen any of them. They invest, which is their money. They can do what they want. I have not seen them trying to open up black grocery stores in majority black cities, black shopping centers in majority black cities. When you look, and this is the problem, right? They sit here and they're paid for and brought by the Democrats. Democrats get these people to get in the ad or make a tweet or do this or pop up at a rally, and they do absolutely nothing. Detroit looks like crap. Chicago looks like crap. Freaking Baltimore looks like crap. Atlanta's roads crap. And Georgia taxes us like crazy. Like, bro, you gotta understand. You gotta understand. Like, we can't keep blaming white people for our mistakes, bro.
this is why
We
I don't
literally
agree
can't.
I'm
with
with you.
you. This is
I'm
why I
with you on
don't agree
this.
with you. I
Cause I
understand
feel
that
like
we
hold
have.
on before you go, Big Cat. Let me just say this. I agree with Bishop because I just feel like at what point we gonna keep holding what happened? We in an era where we could do a podcast, we could go cut somebody grass, we go get a 9 to 5, we go do all this stuff, bro. We don't. It ain't gotta be we limited now. Nah,
You can't go back home though.
why
I
not?
don't know.
If
We're
we
home
the
where, nigga. I'm
that
here already.
and that's no, but that's a point.
Okay, we got a cop. We
That's
got
a
a we
point.
got a talk. We got a comment. Racialized people gotta stick together. It's divided and conquer. If we're able to hate in parentheses likes against Jews or other groups, that make us hypocrites and enabling in the fighting.
What happened?
We don't work together,
You
and
need me to read
because
it
we're
again,
not
nigga?
on a united front, we
Yeah, please
constantly
read it.
fight.
You want me to read it again?
Yeah.
Racialized people gotta stick together. It's divide and conquer. if we enable hate parentheses like against Jews or other groups, that make us hypocrites and enables in fighting.
I don't even like that comment.
I think what they're trying to say is that the same hate that came toward us, we can't put back out toward
I
another.
agree though because I wasn't alive for it. Like why am I going to hate something that I don't like? Okay, I get it. Like
Look,
it's my
Okay,
ancestors.
but what are you
I
though?
wasn't alive for that,
But what
bro.
are you though? What
I
are we?
believe I'm an African American.
Okay, how you gonna
To my
be two
understanding,
people's? How you gonna be two people's last names? Are you two people's last names?
no. He said.
Yes, you
He
just
said.
told me
Dan.
that. But you
He
just
said.
told me
Dan
that.
respect.
But you just told me that you're
He's
two people's last names.
Every okay. So this is what I hate about. This is what I hate, right? When niggas do this without no knowledge. Every black family structure, they didn't name themselves after a plantation owner. It wasn't even a lot of plantation owners per capita. If you want to be real, all black people were not slaves. You can go through this. You can go through in the deep South. You can go through the history of South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama,
There
Louisiana,
was some rich niggas
Mississippi.
back in the day,
It was
man.
yeah. It
Everybody
was a
wasn't a
lot of
slave,
bro.
bro.
Every white people down south was poor. Like that's why they got the Civil War, a rich man's war and a poor man's fight. Like a lot, it's a lot. It was a lot of thriving black cities, bro. We
Yeah, but
don't
what
talk
happened
about.
to them historically? What happened to them? There's
They're
information. What
they're
happened to
still
them?
there. So, matter of fact, matter of fact, check this out, right? Domo stays in Atlanta. Tubbstown is north of Atlanta. Tubbstown has been around since before the Civil War. Free black people. Y'all don't dig up and do research on anything. This is why I tell people we cannot be blinded by piss poor education without doing research, bro.
You can't use one situation and say
I'm
that
not
that's
using
the
it's
whole
it's a
scape of
lot
everything.
more.
They actually blew up like what's it called? Oscarville? What's that? That's actually a thing where they blew it up, right? Wasn't there like
No, they
people there?
flooded it.
Wasn't there people there?
They flooded it.
Wasn't there people there?
Yeah, they flooded it.
So they flooded where people were thriving and living at
Yeah,
the
but
same way that they did in
yeah,
Tulsa.
but I mean, I can be
How
honest
many
with you.
times do black people
Hold
have to
up.
come up with
I can
something
be
that
honest
gets
with you.
blown up before
I
it gets
can tell you what
erased?
white people. I can tell you what the white people did to white people. White they shot Las Vegas up.
I
They
don't care
killed a
about
couple.
white
Hold up,
people, what they
listen.
did to
Hold up,
white people.
listen.
We're talking about
Listen.
us.
Listen. But I'm trying to explain something to you. White people do violence to everybody, not just us. They did a whole lot. They know what they're doing. They did a whole lot. I'm not saying, but I can't be mad at somebody's great grandchild that didn't have nothing to do with that. That like, what does that have to do with me?
The Bible says, prepare slaughters for their sons for the
So,
actions of their fathers.
so you're gonna read. So you're gonna quote me a scripture from a revised, whitewashed book to tell me that white people are evil.
I mean, the Bible that I read from isn't the whitewashed one. So,
Oh my God,
Mm.
ain't no winning with you, big cat.
nah,
Ain't no
I
winning with you,
don't.
big cat.
I
Big cat,
just,
you can't blame, bro. I'm
I've
gonna
done
tell
too
you
much.
something, big
Like,
cat. Big cat. The majority, and I hate to say this, bro. It don't been times where I've been down on my ass, bro. And the only thing I knew how to do was just get out there and go do it. But I did it honest. I ain't do nothing illegal. I got out, I bust my ass, I go do it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, if a lot more people had that mindset and be like, man, ain't no bro, I stay in Jacksonville. You know, it's people out here saying ain't no jobs. And it's hella jobs. It's hiring, need help, laborer, twenty four
And
fifty
don't
an
don't
hour.
don't factor in the fact that niggas don't want to work certain jobs either.
That's a
This is
fact.
true.
Nobody
And
want
it's
to
the
work.
crazy
Hey, bro,
part.
I tell this story all the time. When I came home, bro, I worked at Burger King because that's the only place that hired me at the time. But I needed money. I wasn't too good for too big for the job, bro.
You know what the old people say? The old people say you gotta crawl before you walk, son.
Hey,
You
yeah, but
gotta
who you
crawl.
working for?
You gotta
Who are
start
you?
somewhere.
Who are you building up with? What's the foundation that you're building up for? Because you're
Uh,
gonna work 50 years to go retire for.
retire. I got a kid.
No, I no, but what I'm saying is like, what like at a certain point, yeah, if you gotta work for a certain
So
place,
let me
yeah,
ask you this,
and yeah,
Big
you
Cat.
want to work a certain job, but
Let me
what are
ask you
you
this, Big
building
Cat.
at that
What
point?
are you since you saying that? Like, what is your initial like? What are you trying to? What business you trying to start?
Mm.
Oh,
Like
well, I have plenty of ideas of things that I want to do, but it's like there are certain avenues of things that I know that I have to do. Like the real job I would want to do is I would have to be able to legally prescribe. I'm not going to school for to have a to know how to talk to people. I'm just not going to do that. So that's personally a thing for me. I'm personally not going to go to school for an extra 8 years to learn how to talk to people. I think I know how to talk to people. That's just me personally. It's plenty of avenues and ideas of things that I want to do or I'm capable of doing.
oh okay, yeah. Nah, I
There's
was just asking because
plenty.
I was just you know what I'm saying.
There's plenty, but like I said, the thing is still you have to have capital to fund that type of stuff.
My
So yeah,
biggest
you
thing
do
is
gotta
what's
go.
wrong. What's wrong with like why do I have to put a race on me getting money? If I gotta work for the white man to get my money, I don't give a fuck where it's coming from. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Like even with like niggas, cause like a nigga tell you like, say for instance, you'll get some shit from the plug, and cause the plug younger than you don't want to get it from him because he's younger than you. It ain't about who the age, just about who got it. And if I need it, I'm gonna get it from who I need to get it from. I don't give
But,
a fuck about the
I
age.
spent
but
I spent 500 on this cocaine. I got it. Let's
Right.
try it.
I don't care where it's coming from, bro. That be the problem. That's the problem.
I
You
think
you
I
that
think the
basically
problem
saying
is I think it's
why
the
why do we
miss.
always say, oh, it's the white man? Nigga, I don't give a fuck where
Can
the
I
money
say?
come from as
I
long as
want
I
to say
get it.
this though. I'm gonna tell you what DoorDash opened my eyes to, right? And Uber Eats. Even when I was working in Savannah, I would go to these neighborhoods, and like we see certain neighborhoods like, oh man, it's a nice neighborhood. Ain't nothing but white people out here, and it's nothing but black people out here. But they don't show you that on the news. They don't show you that type of stuff. It's a lot of majority like middle class up in these neighborhoods. It's a lot of black people. No, nobody talks about it or they show. But and those people. Matter of fact, I give you a better story. I had when I was in orientation, the uh the training coordinator for the paper machines was giving us a course on lockout tagout, and he told us his story straight up. He said, "Hey, I'm not from here, but I'm blessed to be here," and I say that because I was in the streets. I was from Atlanta. I met up with somebody. I was trafficking drugs. Didn't know how bad Bullitt County was till I got caught. Did federal time. I couldn't leave the county. Only reason I got to leave the county because this place was hiring. It was right up the road. They allowed me to go. I've been working here ever since. I'm a convicted felon. I live good. My kids are good. I put 3 kids through school, and I grew up. I love working. I love money. I love just going to see I love doing everything that I want to do and not have to watch over my shoulder. Because I used to be one of those people that used to blame white people for all this is why I'm selling drugs and this right here is like, no, bro, life is what you make it. You can't have excuses. Get up and go do it. That's just like
Nah, that's a fact. Cause I'm not
back
about to not make. I'm not about to not make no money. Cause where my money coming from?
and
That
and
makes
that's the
no sense.
problem. And that's the problem we have as black people right now because instead of us doing something beneficial for each other, because when you look at what we spend our money on, a lot of it
Hold
goes to a lot of white businesses.
but this is here we go. This can I get to this
But you
point
gotta let me
now?
finish my point before you
I'm gonna
go.
say.
You gotta let me finish my point before I go. We spend a lot of money, right? But as I said before, Oprah ain't got no grocery stores. Jay-Z ain't got no grocery stores. They don't have any factories for clothing. They don't have this, that, and the third. You know why? Because they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. And y'all sit here and y'all go on this fucking alley express wave of the white man this right here, the white man did that. Al Sharpton boycotted Costco, Target, and he did a boycott in Chicago. You think them people in Chicago got more stuff going on than a fucking boycott? Why aren't you doing like this is my thing with black people, bro. They don't do the right things, bro.
this
We don't
is
do the right things. We promote violence. We promote sexualizing black women. We promote degrading black man, feminizing black man. That has never been us. That's never been in our culture. But that's the things that they're women are standing on. That's the shit they're putting in the commercials. It's crazy. You can't even have a goddamn good comedy show or talk show or fucking show family show right now. All they know is ratchet fucking TV.
Can I go right quick?
Go ahead.
What do you think the big problem was that Bronny got the job with the Los Angeles Lakers?
We
What
know why he
was
got
the
a job
big
because of
issue?
his
No,
dad.
no, no. Right, right. So in the world we
He
live in,
wasn't. He wasn't good enough. That's just bottom line.
in the world we live in, who runs the Asian counter at the carryout? The old lady do, the kids do, and the granny do. The whole family work there, right? When you
Yeah,
get
because
the liquor store,
the little kid is
the,
taking
the
the
little
orders.
the little kids in there. When you at the bodega, the little cousins in there, the granny in there, the whole family own the bodega. That's how it really works. When it comes to liquor, the whole Arab family, they own it together. We don't have nothing like that. That's why we don't have a specific industry where black people are the complete entity of that. Every other culture has that. A white person can have whatever white industry, whatever white collar industry, and can pass it down to their son. Now you own it now. The Asian lady at the carryout can pass down her cooking and her recipes down to her kids. You own it now, and we done bred you up to do it now. When do we have that? Do we have that?
Nope.
Is th- that's and that's my point. The setback of that, we don't have a thing that we have established, that we can have established, that we are the sole entity that people have to come for us to, other than entertainment, which is still the problem because the contracts of the acts who do the entertainment are still under white groups, are still under other racial groups than our own. The money's not going back to us. That's what I'm saying. The big problem why Bronny had a Bronny shouldn't have got picked to the Lakers. LeBron said it so that I've done enough that my son get the job. That's what it should be. Black people haven't built that for generations yet. Whatever it is, that hasn't been done. Once that gets done, it'll be different. Where it's like, okay, I work this job to where when I grow my son up, my son will take over. We don't have that as a unity
Well,
yet.
we selfish altogether. So I don't
And
know.
I agree, but we don't have that as a unity. They already have those things established. When you
Well,
go to the
well,
pub,
I don't
when you
know
go
why
to the
our
pub,
mindset
it
like
was
that.
the uncle's pub. Yeah, my pizza selling uncle came from Italy, and he had the pizza shop, and now I run the pizza shop from 4 generations ago. They already have those things established, and we don't.
Yeah.
But we have the bigger voice because we set trends. That's the
We set
difference.
the trends, yes, but
We set the trends.
we still haven't economized that
That's my
though.
partner in the background.
We still haven't economized that point though. Whatever it is that our culture can get people to rally behind, and you have to come to us to get it. Other than entertainment, that's a contract that's sold to another entity. You have to completely come to us to get it. We don't have that. The African American culture doesn't have that, other than trends who are being bought by Gucci and Versace and being bought by who we're influencing. We're influencing the cultures who we keep spending our money at, instead of us creating or us financing the FUBU or us financing the. I'm from the DC Sabiato. Niggas would rather wear a Mary and Balenciaga than wear Sabiato. If Sabiato is supposed to be our thing to build up our culture, then that's what it should be. You know what I'm saying? We still haven't built that thing yet, whatever it is.
Nah, that's a fact. Did everybody leave? Bishop rolled out. I don't know where he went. Keno, you still there?
So your signal just keep dropping me.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Is my signal?
It's probably because you outside your shit. You still hooked up to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Yo,
Yeah.
you the only one here still?
Yeah, man. I guess, man. They didn't want to hear what I had to say, man. I don't know.
So, like,
But yeah, man, we had a good show, man. I was on the grill. Well, me and my partner on the grill. You know what I'm saying? It's about that time to eat. We already been on here for an hour. I don't know
Yeah,
where
man.
everybody went, but appreciate y'all for pulling up. I feel like we could continue this next week, man. It's a nice
For
little
sure.
topic.
For sure.
So yeah, man, sign us out, man. Sign us out.
Hey man, y'all gonna get this podcast episode 11. Shout out to the stage. Shout out to your mama, and we gonna be back with the
Yeah,
continuation
yeah,
of this
man.
episode, man.
You got a big. Somebody
Oh
said
yeah,
y'all
man.
cooked. Appreciate it.
Ruinous, man.
You got a big battle coming up, man. You ready? Well, you gonna be
Ruinous,
ready?
man.
That's
Yeah,
3 months away.
yeah, man. I gotta kill, bro. He's doing great right now. Shout out to him.
Yeah,
Not on my
gonna
time
get
though.
smoked.
Not on my time. Shout out to him though. But yeah, I got smoke for bro for sure.
Yeah, I'm
Shout out
battling
to you,
Brings
fool.
Belvy too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that.
Shout out to you, fool.
All right, man. We ending this. I'm about to go ahead and get this grub on. Y'all can get this podcast episode 11 keynote Big Cat Damo Guapo and Bishop himself. Man, y'all be safe.